The air was thick with tension as the leaders of the Galactic Council assembled in the shimmering halls of Velar Prime. The Council was no ordinary alliance. It represented an unprecedented coalition of the galaxy's most powerful civilizations, from the towering Naxxoi with their shimmering, crystal-like skin to the wispy, gaseous forms of the Thonorians. Every empire present had a reputation for power and dominance. Yet, as they reviewed the latest intelligence, a ripple of unease passed through the room. Velar Prime's central holoprojector activated, displaying a pale blue and green planet from the Milky Way, a star system previously dismissed as irrelevant. But now, the eyes of every leader were fixed on Earth. Reports and intercepted broadcasts from this Earth had stunned the Council's intelligence division. The surveillance team played a few recordings footage of enormous human gatherings, strange noises of laughter and music, and, most concerning of all, a brutal compilation of wars throughout human history. For the first time in memory, the Council faced the unknown. Earth's inhabitants, called humans, possessed a terrifying range of emotional extremes, and their technology, though still primitive, was advancing at an alarming rate. The humans had a penchant for crafting weapons capable of wiping out entire populations, and their natural inclination toward conflict seemed hardwired into their culture. Even the seemingly light-hearted moments in human history were peppered with eerie undertones of potential violence. One council member, High Overlord Krask of the Kralaxians, spoke first. His gravelly voice filled the hall. "These humans have no regard for the sanctity of life as we do. They fight each other over trivial things, and yet they survive. No, they thrive on it. I propose immediate containment of this species." The Thonorian emissary, a misty being who pulsed faintly in the low lighting, echoed Krask's sentiment. "They are unpredictable and emotional. Their resilience is unsettling. They're as likely to annihilate themselves as they are to continue progressing. Perhaps it is wise we do not interfere with them at all." The council deliberated, weighing the risk. Some argued for immediate intervention, others for restraint, fearing the contact might provoke Earth's inhabitants and accelerate their advancement. Finally, a decision was made. They would send a probe equipped with stealth drones to observe these humans up close, a distant but watchful eye. If the humans posed any tangible threat, the council would determine the best course of action. But a quiet fear lingered in every leader's mind. Was it already too late? The probe entered Earth's orbit undetected, sending its drones down to hover above cities, mountains, and oceans, capturing millions of data points every second. The Galactic Council awaited the findings with bated breath. Within days, the first report arrived, and the data left them in shock. The probe's recordings painted a picture far more complex than anticipated. Humans weren't just violent, they were adaptable and resourceful, displaying a dizzying range of behaviors, emotions, and motivations. The council watched with fascination as humans gathered in what they called nations, forming bonds over seemingly abstract concepts like freedom and rights. Even more bewildering were the times humans risked their lives not out of fear, but out of love, pride, and honor. One drone captured a human ritual known as warfare in chilling detail. Massive metal machines, tanks, and airborne crafts rumbled over landscapes, raining destruction. Humans shouted, strategized, and fought fiercely, often to the point of sacrificing their lives for their comrades. Another drone recorded the quiet aftermath, humans tending to wounded companions, mourning lost lives, and rebuilding as if undeterred by the ruin around them. The council members were particularly shaken by humans' capability to invent weapons of unthinkable power, nuclear bombs that could obliterate entire cities with a single explosion. These bombs were a testament to human intellect, but their willingness to wield them showed an unprecedented level of courage or recklessness. The council's shock deepened as they realized the species had come close to destroying itself multiple times, yet somehow, they continued to survive. Their resilience was as baffling as it was terrifying. If cornered, humans seemed capable of unimaginable feats, tapping into reserves of determination that none of the council's species could replicate. Every recorded event, from massive wars to their bizarrely competitive sports, highlighted humanity's fierce drive and survival instinct. Each drone's recording seemed to confirm the Council's worst fear. These humans did not merely survive, they thrived under pressure and would stop at nothing to protect what they deemed theirs. An emergency council session was called to review the probe's findings. The Velar Prime holoprojector replayed key scenes as Crass voiced what everyone was thinking. If they can do this to each other, imagine what they could do to us. Imagine if they find a way to travel beyond their planet. Some argued for immediate intervention, fearing that humanity's rapid advancement posed an inevitable threat. But others, realizing the danger in provoking humans, pushed for a less invasive approach. The Council ultimately decided on an unprecedented course of action. Earth would be marked as a planetary quarantine zone. No one was to interfere, communicate, or approach its atmosphere under any circumstances. But in the depths of their shared silence, the Council members could not shake the looming dread. The Galactic Council's no-contact policy regarding Earth held for several years. However, curiosity proved irresistible for the Kralaxians, a race known for their advanced stealth technology and a penchant for gathering intelligence on emerging civilizations. Driven by both curiosity and a sense of duty to gather further proof of Earth's potential threat, the Kralaxian High Command covertly deployed a team of agents to infiltrate the Blue Planet, cloaked in advanced technology that allowed them to blend seamlessly among humans. The agents scattered across major cities to study these peculiar beings in close quarters. Disguised as humans, the agents observed human society, collecting data on government structures, military capabilities, and, most surprisingly, the nuances of human emotion. Their studies on human interactions led them to uncover unexpected qualities: their fierce loyalty, ability to form alliances across cultural divides, and an inexplicable but powerful drive rooted in emotions like love, hope, and even defiance. Over time, one of the agents, Zoran, found himself deeply fascinated by this emotional resilience and began to feel a strange admiration for the humans. His fascination, however, turned into sympathy after a particular incident. While observing a street in New York City, Zoran witnessed an apartment fire and saw humans' first responders rushing into the flames. Without hesitation, they saved as many people as they could, showing selflessness that defied his training and logic. Zoran realized that humans were not just capable of destruction, they were capable of immense compassion, sometimes risking their lives for strangers. His mission objective blurred as he began to question the Council's fear of humans. Back on Velar Prime, Zoran's reports, though thorough, failed to convey the level of existential threat the Council expected. Growing suspicious, High Overlord Krask ordered a more direct observation of Zoran's team. When Kralaxian authorities investigated further, they discovered that Zoran and others had veered from their original mission parameters, drawn into the very humanity they were sent to scrutinize. Panic spread among the Council as word of the mission's failure leaked. If humans had unwittingly infected their agents with emotions, this posed an entirely new type of threat. The Council labeled Zoran and his team as compromised, recalling all Kralaxian personnel from Earth with orders for strict debriefing and psychological cleansing. The Kralaxians, embarrassed by their failure, pushed for an official galaxy-wide retreat from Earth, insisting that no species, not even themselves, should meddle with a race as unpredictable as humans. The Galactic Council unanimously agreed, expanding Earth's quarantine zone and ordering all monitoring equipment to be dismantled. The fear among the empires solidified into a resolve: Earth and its humans were not to be disturbed under any circumstances. The failure of the Kralaxian mission etched a profound sense of dread into the Council. Earth was marked not just as a quarantine zone, but as a galactic red zone, a place too dangerous to approach, even in peace. With Earth's status formally escalated to a galactic red zone, rumors and half-truths about humans spread like wildfire across the universe. The Galactic Council's containment efforts quickly transformed into an elaborate propaganda campaign aimed at keeping all alien species as far from Earth as possible. Stories began circulating about the legendary violence, cunning, and ferocity of Earth's inhabitants, turning humans into a kind of cosmic boogeyman. Educational institutes across various planets adapted their curriculum to include Earth and its humans as cautionary tales. In schools from Velar Prime to the frozen moons of Shkora, children were taught to fear the Terran Plague, a mythologized version of humanity. According to the teachings, humans were not just dangerous, they were almost supernaturally powerful, capable of uniting in times of crisis to become an unstoppable force. An entire body of knowledge grew around this myth, claiming that humans had developed psychic abilities through their strong emotions, that they could sense other beings across vast distances, or even that they could bond with any creature, no matter how alien, through sheer will. In every corner of the galaxy, fear of humanity fueled wild speculations. Some claimed that humans could withstand any environment, adapt to any climate, and even heal from mortal wounds simply through their unique bond with one another. Others whispered that humans possessed the power to weaponize their emotions, unleashing an unstoppable rage or unbreakable resilience when threatened. Earth became a forbidden planet, and humans, the most feared beings in the galaxy. Alien governments began implementing laws that banned any information from Earth from circulating among the general population, concerned that even the idea of humans could cause unrest. News reports spoke of the consequences of engaging with Earth. Entire civilizations supposedly destroyed or forever altered by their exposure to human ways. To cement the Council's stance, they released a distorted documentary across the galaxy showcasing humanity's darkest moments, wars, conflicts, and catastrophes, all woven into a chilling narrative that painted humans as merciless, emotionally unstable predators. Meanwhile, the Council maintained covert monitoring stations at the edge of the quarantine zone, quietly keeping tabs on Earth's progress. They observed humanity's milestones with growing trepidation as humans launched probes deeper into space, unaware that every advance in their technology caused panic in distant empires. Each new spacecraft, each probe that ventured farther, every radio signal that reached the far corners of the galaxy intensified the fear. Despite the Council's efforts, fascination with Earth continued to spread underground, especially among younger generations of aliens who found the tales of humans thrilling and inspirational. Secret societies formed and encrypted forums buzzed with rumors of humanity's bravery, stories about their unmatched resilience, and speculations about their motivations. Some daring souls even wished for a chance to see Earth themselves, believing humans to be more than the monsters painted by the Council. But the Council's warnings drowned out these voices. Across the galaxy, Earth became both a symbol of ultimate danger and ultimate fascination, a world that no species dared to touch or even acknowledge publicly. And so, humans continued their lives, unaware that their actions that were mere expressions of survival and curiosity had become the stuff of legend and fear across the stars. On Earth, humanity's gaze turned steadily toward the stars. In recent years, they had sent probes to distant planets, established rovers on Mars, and launched advanced telescopes that gazed deeper into space than ever before. With each step into the unknown, their scientists and explorers became more determined, their dreams of interstellar travel intensifying. Yet, they remained unaware that their every move was being observed, analyzed, and feared by civilizations far beyond their comprehension. For the Galactic Council, humanity's progress was a ticking time bomb. Monitoring stations stationed at the edges of the solar system had recently reported something unprecedented. Humans were nearing a breakthrough in propulsion technology. Rumors circulated among Council members that Earth's engineers were on the cusp of creating a drive capable of carrying humans beyond their solar system, perhaps even reaching neighboring star systems. The thought alone sent waves of panic through the Council chambers. In an emergency assembly, the Council's elders debated their options. High Overlord Krask, as always, advocated for a swift and decisive intervention. "We cannot wait for them to stumble upon us," he warned, his eyes burning with conviction. "If these humans breach the barrier of their system, they'll bring chaos wherever they go. They've shown they're willing to wage war for resources, for land, even for ideas. Imagine what they'd do if they discovered us. We cannot take the risk." But others in the council were more cautious. The Kralaxian representative, though equally wary of humanity's potential, voiced a different concern. "Any attempt to intervene would expose us to them. They've survived millennia of conflict on their own world. Our presence may only embolden them, provoke the very curiosity that drives them. Any confrontation could end in catastrophe for us, and for them." The debate grew heated, with each argument further entrenching the council's members in their divided opinions. Some demanded a preemptive strike, others urged silent containment, and a small but growing faction even argued for first contact, hoping humanity's curiosity could be tempered through mutual understanding. In the end, however, the council reached a consensus born from their deepest fear. Earth would remain a quarantine world, and all interference was strictly forbidden. They would continue to monitor Earth, hoping humanity's advancements would slow, but the council knew this was wishful thinking at best. Meanwhile, among the younger generations on alien worlds, whispers about humans had evolved into something more potent. Secret groups idolized humanity as a species of relentless determination, a people who, despite their many internal conflicts, pushed forward, driven by an insatiable desire to understand and explore. Stories of Earth's music, art, and resilience spread like wildfire, and rumors even hinted that some alien explorers had begun secretly venturing near Earth to catch glimpses of this legendary species. Humanity's isolation had turned them into a myth, a source of inspiration for those who felt confined by the rigid hierarchies of their own societies. Back on Earth, oblivious to the galaxy's fixation, humans continued their work. At an International Space Agency conference, scientists from various nations discussed new propulsion concepts that could allow a manned mission to reach Proxima Centauri within a generation. The room buzzed with excitement, and their visionaries spoke of humanity's bright future as citizens of the cosmos. If only they knew alien eyes watched them in silent terror, dreading the very success these humans so eagerly pursued. For the Galactic Council, time was running out. They strengthened the perimeter of Earth's quarantine zone, deploying cloaked sentries and advanced detection arrays to intercept any potential human probe or spacecraft that came too close to leaving the solar system. Yet, deep down, the Council's members knew that such barriers would only delay the inevitable. Humanity's destiny lay in the stars, and nothing, not even the Council's fear, could hold them back forever. In the distant future, the humans would inevitably breach the boundaries of their solar system. And when that day arrived, every civilization in the galaxy would have to confront their most profound question: were they ready to meet the humans face to face? With Earth's continued advancements, the galaxy braced for a time when the quarantine would no longer hold, and the legends of humanity of courage, resilience, and boundless ambition would finally collide with the alien empires that had watched, feared, and marveled at them from afar. The universe held its breath, waiting for the day when Earth would finally step into the galactic stage, bringing with them the unknown legacy of what it truly meant to be human.